Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and thanks for checking out the channel. Today we're going to go into that controversial subject again, which is AI music. And being a musician for 37 years now, it's something I haven't gravitated towards, but it is something that's in the way of future. And in my last video on this, I showed you the benefits of what it could do in a good way to help people that are songwriters. In this video, I want to show you the scary part of it, the part that I do not like at all, and what scares me as a musician behind all this. So let's play my intro and we'll come back and talk about this.
Here comes Mike, it's time for the show. He's always here where the sun, rain, or snow. It's always fun and never drab. So here we go, it's Mike's musical rehab.
All right, so now back to what I was saying about the previous video. I showed how you could put your song in there and remix it using everything you did, original vocal, melody, lyrics, how you could even add parts if you wanted to add a different vocalist, but still have it sung the same way you sang it, as if you sent it away to Fiverr or one of those sites that people send away if they don't have singers or don't have drummers, don't have anything. It can create something for you following what you wrote. But the one area where I don't like it, and this is the scary part that I want to take on today, and I want to try it out because I've been against trying this out, but I figured for the sake of doing this video, we would try it out. Currently, I'm working on a new song. As you can see behind me, you see my Jason Voorhees guitar. I build guitars. I've been playing for 37 years. I'm really into like horror movies, love horror movies. You see my little Michael Myers guy back over there somewhere with this house. I really love horror movies, so I'm working on like a horror theme song kind of thing. And I've been working on the music. I wrote my guitar parts and my bass parts and stuff like that. I'm still working on the lyrics, but I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to talk about the scary part that like people like Rick Beato and stuff have talked about in the AI music industry. And that's when people are doing absolutely nothing but prompting. And I hate that video for Suno where they're like, it can make anybody a songwriter. Well, it really can't. If you're not writing the lyrics, if you're not writing the music, if you're not writing the melody, you're not really writing the song. Now, there's something to be said for, someone that's just a poet, a lyrical writer that writes it, wants to hear their stuff with music. That's absolutely fine to me. My issue still with that was that what we've learned about Suno and things like that is that they're taking melodies from other music. They learned off of music everywhere and streaming platforms. So the music they're writing and the melody they're writing is probably based off somebody else's work, just combining and how it was trained. And I wasn't a big fan of that, but I could still understand it. At least you did a part of the song. You wrote the lyrics. For me, I found that it was beneficial in a way if I needed a drum track or something. I'm still writing the music, melody, lyrics, doing everything. If I needed a stronger vocal part, I couldn't find a vocalist, I could sing it in with my terrible voice and have it replace it and put a good voice in. But that song, according now to the standards of copyright for AI, would be 100% mine. It's because I wrote music, melody, and lyrics. That's what they ask you in the copyright. Did you write the music? Did you write the melody? Did you write the lyrics? So as long as you did those three things, if you had AI polish up your song, then they're fine with that. Still your song. So, what I thought I would do since I was working on this horror song was I wanted to see how well AI could just come up with a song without me really doing anything, and if that song would be any good. So I'm going to bring you over to my reaction page here, and what I'm going to show you is here in ChatGPT, I wrote, write me lyrics for a horror movie metal song up here. It's right up in that top part, and it said, absolutely, here it is. So it wrote this song called Shadows in the Cellar, and it gives you the intro, whispers. Nothing of this I wrote. I just put, write me horror music lyrics. So you come over into Suno. This is Suno, what it is. Now for it doing audio, you can put in your own lyrics right here. So we'll copy this right here. Copy, come over to Suno, drop this in here. So all we've done is take basically something from ChatGPT. We're going to write in here metal. That's the style I want. And then up here is this AI creator for a genre. So I'll click it. Thunderous double kick drum, eccentric riff, solo break, bridge, hard-hitting outro. And we're just going to hit create and do that. So I did have 2 previous ones with a different kind of instructions I gave it that are on here. So let's try and hear what those sounded like with these lyrics while these 2 others are generating, and we could hear what the new one generates. So this is called Did You Hear That, I guess? Metal song launches with aggressive palm muted guitars. Here we go.
Did you hear that? It's right behind you. Footsteps echo in the corridor, rotting walls remember.
All right, quick stop in there. One thing I noticed about Suno a lot, if you create a song like this, a lot of times, especially in the rock metal genre, it tends to start off with this like low elemented, like almost industrial feel where it's just not the guitar. It's like a synth sound with a vocal part, and it's kind of like a forte into what they do. So let's see here.
Blood before a crooked grin written on the door. Welcome home, you won't leave anymore. Candles flicker like they're breathing fear. I hear the chains getting near. I taste death in the atmosphere. The monster smiles and I volunteer. The lights go out and the voices start to call.
All right, so what can I say about that? I want to bash that, but that sounds like a decent song. If someone had put out probably something I would listen to. And what is scary about this is that took no effort at all for me. I basically just had AI do this whole thing. So let's hear what it created with this new prompt that I had put in now. So this is, here it goes.
Did you hear that? It's right behind you. Now!
What's crazy is even the music has that kind of horror feel to it.
Footsteps.
See, brought it down again.
Rotting walls remember blood before. A crooked grin written on the door. Welcome home. You won't leave anymore. Candles flicker like they're breathing fear. I hear the chains getting near. I taste death in the atmosphere. The monster smiles and I volunteer. lights go out and the voices start to call, name by name, till they reach them all. Face the scream in the mirror, where the shadows are alive. Here is the blade of the killer. No one makes it out alive. Countdown beating like a hammer. Every second is a sin. Welcome to the horror chamber. Let the nightmare begin.
It's kind of demoralizing because that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good, obviously. If you didn't know if this was 5 years ago before there was an AI thing and someone put that out, you might be like, that's a pretty cool song. And what got me really scared about this was I had heard about Suno and had checked it out when it was like version 2.5, and you could really tell it was AI and what it was doing. It had a lot of like this over-processed sound and things like that. But when I listened to this, I'm like, this sounds like a song, and that is so scary in its way. Like, let's hear the second one it came up with.
Did you hear that? It's right behind you.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a really cool riff. But like I said, probably stolen from another musician.
Footsteps echo in the corridor. Rotting walls remember blood before. A crooked grin written on the door. Welcome home. You won't leave anymore. Candles flicker like they're breathing fear. I hear the chains getting near. I taste death in the atmosphere. The monster smiles, and I volunteer. The lights go out, and the voices start to call, name by name, till they reach them all. Face the scream in the mirror, where the shadows are alive. Fear is the blade of the killer. No one makes it out alive. Countdown beating like a hammer. Every second is a sign. Welcome to the horror chamber. Let the nightmare begin.
All right, so that is discouraging. And the fact that something Rick Beato had mentioned that I thought is an interesting fact is like, if you were a band or someone that wanted to do this and you just wanted to get lazy, I could technically have it write this song, not have Suno put this out, just learn the guitar part, we already got the vocals here, learn it, and as a band, we could perform this song as being an original song, but it's not an original song. These words, everything is learned off of other people's music. So unless you're writing the lyrics or writing the music or writing the melody, what it is creating is from what it learned from. And what it learned from is a bunch of artists that it didn't give royalties to. And that's a big problem. But we are starting to learn, and I don't know how they can figure it out. And I hope it is a way they can figure it out with something into the track that's like kind of like an implant into the track that if you just tried to put this out, that you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't copyright this song to yourself because they're saying there's a way they know that it's an all AI track. And I'm hoping that's true because I don't think that's fair to musicians that are working really hard out there to put their art out there. Now, you know what? If you were someone that you wanted to make your own playlist for something to listen to, say you're not a musician, you have some kind of genre of music you want to hear, and you want to make 10 songs or something that you can put on your iPhone music and just listen to while you're working out and stuff like that, fine. But I think if you're putting that out to compete against other musical artists, you're obviously getting a heads up on them that you can produce a bunch of music in no time. So let's go back here and just test this out, that if we were going to do something different. So write me a song about how AI will take over music. All right. So we put that in there. Sometimes this takes a while. I use this for my descriptions of videos that I do. I do a lot of reaction videos and stuff on here. And it's a good way for getting hashtags and stuff like that. So I think it's cool for that. But it's really scary. Like, I work in a CAD industry and everything like that, where we design stuff, and AI is really coming in to be really big in that industry, and you're able to start creating and building things that we used to do digitally with a person, now with AI. And I have the fear that that is going to take away from a lot of people and a lot of like work from people. And it's a scary thing in the world nowadays to figure out how we're going to keep a job market. See, this keeps making me wait, but how we're going to keep a job market going when there's this whole issue of trying to figure out how AI won't take over everything we're doing. Let's see if I can get this to work. I don't know why this is not working. Hold on here. We have it. We have it. It wrote a song right here. Spoken robotic. All right, so we have this sense of the future. What we're going to do is take this, copyright everything, come into Suno. Let's see here. We will erase all these lyrics. Put this in here. And we will do this now as industrial metal. Then we'll have AI write this whole thing here and create. So while we're doing that, we'll listen to a little bit more of this song because we got to let it go. And you guys let me know in the comments below what you think of this. You think this is a legitimate sounding song? To me, the vocals kind of sound familiar to stuff, and it sounds like something I'd hear from like a 3 Days Grace or whatever, something like that. Like Five-finger death punch type thing. I know they're pretty controversial and people get really mad at them. But I'm excited to hear kind of what it comes up with about how AI is taking over. But while we're doing this, let's take a look at the lyrics. I'll bring the lyrics up here. So what we have is, it says, I hear the circuits hum at night. They're learning how to feel. A melody of data streams, a beat of iron and steel. That's kind of cheesy line. The crowd is cheering algorithms. No hands upon the strings. The future signed the contract, but no one read a thing. Cheesy, but all right. Every chord they calculate, every dream they replicate, but can a code really create a human heartbeat? That's pretty decent. And then it says, the chorus is, AI is learning the rhythm, AI is stealing the stage, no pulse inside the system, but it's taking center gauge. I don't know if I like that line. Are we the last generation or the first to fade away? As AI writes an anthem, we just press play. Cool line. Cool line. I like it. All right, we have one of them done, so let's check this out.
The circuits hum at night. They're learning how to feel a melody of data streams, a beat of iron and steel. crowd is cheering algorithms. No hands upon the strings. The future signed the contract, but no one read a thing. Every chord they calculate, every dream they replicate. But can a code really create a human heartbeat? AI is learning the rhythm. AI is stealing the stage. No pulse inside the system, but it's taking center gauge. Are we the last generation, or the first to fade away? As the AI writes the anthem, we just press play. We just press play. Producers bow to processors. The labels love the change. Cheap tracks, fast fame, no passion to exchange. They say the future is flawless, but something's out of tune. They buried soul and thunder in a neon glowing tomb. Vocal enabled, guitar detected. Human emotion not requested. Raise your voice against the silence. Don't let the code dim.
All right. What'd you think? Decent. I actually think, lyrically, I think a human, actually, I'm not going to boast on myself. I think I could write better lyrics than that. So, let's hear what the second one sounds like.
I hear the circuits hum at night.
We'll create a different style, too,
A melody of data streams,
A deathcore metal version.
iron and steel. The crowd is cheering algorithms. No hands upon the strings. The future signed the contract, but no one read a thing. Every chord they calculate, every dream they replicate. But can a code really create a human heartbeat? AI is learning the rhythm. AI is stealing the stage. No pulse inside the system, but it's taking center gauge. Are we the last generation, or the first to fade away? As the AI writes the anthem, we just press play. We just press play.
The as AI writes the anthems, we just press play is really great because I feel like that's how a lot of people feel like about this whole thing. That, you know, it's scary. It is scary, man. I'm not going to lie. I think a lot of this is frightening. Like, I can open up more of this page so you guys can see the lyrics. But that's pretty scary to me. That's not bad. Like, listen to this.
Producers bow to processors. The labels love the change. Cheap tracks, fast.
So the first one's done in the new, like, the death metal version. But what I want to say is, like, I just released an album not that long ago, and it's 14 songs, and it's all stuff that I wrote. But, you know, that took me a year and a half to write that stuff. And there's even demos of some of those songs from earlier, like early demos I have online from like 2018 with some of them. And it's like, it's scary to me as a musician that I put all this time in. And here with you guys in this stream that's gone 24 minutes, this video, we've written 2 full songs that, meaning in a day we can put out a whole album of songs. So let's hear what it sounds like in a different version, different style.
I hear the circuits hum at night. They're learning how to feel a melody of data strings, a beat of iron and steel. The crowd is cheering algorithms, no hands up on the strings. The future signed the contract, but no one read a thing. Every chord they calculate, every dream they replicate.
Well, here's a strong point that we could say that we see a flaw in this. Obviously, you could see I wrote this style down to be death metal. Nobody is going to say that's death metal right there. That is definitely a pop kind of rock metal sound where you have that more like vocal kind of sound that is definitely not death metal. Let's hear what
the circuits hum at night. You signed the contract, but no one read a thing.
And it seems like what I'm finding with this AI music, and it's kind of the thing online now that I could hear in songs and kind of say, hey, is this AI? Is that intro is always like a really mellow for the whole first verse. It like is brought down. It seems like it's following the same style. Like it's kind of learned things, but it has an idea of what you want it to create. And it always seems to start that first verse out really, really like mellow. And I've done that before for a song, but I'll do it for like one line where I bring it down and then kick into the song. It seems like it does the whole first verse and stuff like that in that kind of style. And it's like really mimicking that's what it thinks metal is. And I don't think it's really following that well. So, I don't know. This video's gone on for too long. Checking it out. To me, it's scary because listening to some of that stuff is just really like, it's very, very good. Like, it's just really, really pretty decent music overall. I mean, AI has gotten so advanced, and to think that this is just the beginning stages of what it can do. I mean, it's going to get better and better. I made a video, like I said, showing where it could have its benefits as a songwriter, that you could put a vocal track over the top of it. You could have someone sing. You can sing into your DAW, record a vocal track, put it in there. It'll create following your same melody, your same inflections, but with a better voice. And that could be useful for people because some people don't have tons of money to try to hire people to do everything. But in that in that sense, there's still writing a song, being creative, doing something. I don't feel anything about this song, like, because I didn't do any part of it. I just wrote down, write me lyrics, and it did. I put them in there, and it created an entire song just on a prompt, and that's scary to me. I don't like that at all. It really bugs me, and I really hope there's a way that I get it's the future. If you don't go with the future, it's going to eat you alive and just kind of bury you. But there's got to be some kind of way to stop it from doing a difference where people can know, you know what, if people just want to put out AI songs, to me, fine, whatever. I can't say fine because I do feel like it's stealing from other artists. So if you want to make songs for yourself, and you want to put them on your iPhone or your Android and listen to the songs that you prompted in a style that you wanted, I think that's fine. But releasing that out to be something that you could monetize is a real issue for me, since you technically didn't do anything. And don't get me wrong, people saying like, oh, it's not real. Pretty much, unless you're in a band nowadays, if you're just a guy in your basement like me that records my guitars and my basses over there and does some keyboard stuff and things like that and writes a song, even I use like Superior Drummer, which is still a drum program. I mean, I'm writing the drum beat, but it's not me actually playing it. So, I mean, there were always parts incorporated. So for me, as I said, if you're writing music, you're writing the melody, you're writing the lyrics, whatever. If you put that into AI and it creates a better sounding song for you, but it's still your song, I'm okay with that. I get that because you're still being creative. You were the creative force behind that song. That song in the form that it is would not exist without you having done that. This song here, I didn't do anything, yet it still exists. And that's the problem to me, is not doing anything. It's creating a generation, I hate to sound like the old guy, of people that are taking the easy way out on everything, and I don't like that. Just, it can be a good thing. It can make people in their homes that don't have the money for a big studio sound professional, but let it be your music. Let it be something you wrote. Don't let it be something you typed into Chat GPT and said, hey, write me songs about this girl. Because, one thing I could see something happening here, and I see it online with Fiverr and stuff where people do it. They'll say, hey, can you write a song about my wife? And what they're doing in a lot of these is using something like this, Chat GPT. They'll ask you for information about that person. You put it into it. It writes a song around that. It comes out. And what you are losing is the emotion of the actual human person. On my album, I have love songs written about a girl, and they are from my heart about that girl. Maybe the lyrics are not as good as this right here, but you know what? It's still for me, and it's still genuine, and it's something that I feel. I feel nothing to this, and that bugs me about it. So I get it. It's here to stay. It's what it is, and it can be used in good ways. Everything can be found to be used in good ways to advance things and make things better for people. You know what? When people now are like, oh, I don't think it's fair. It can make this perfect sounding recording. Well, you know what? When I was a kid, this little stuff like home studios with DAWs and a computer, we didn't have. You had to pay for studio time, big money to go in and record a record. Now you can spend $1,000 on a computer, audio interface, and you could create an album, and that's awesome. So that's an advancement that came, but it's still using your creativity. It's still involved you creating something. So AI can be there. It's going to be there no matter what. I'm just saying be creative with it, man. Even if you can't play an instrument, write your own lyrics. Do something from your heart to make that song personal to you. That's all I can say. Maybe I'm old and an idiot and just think that way, but that's all I got, man. It's all I got. It's the best I can do. As I always say, music makes life better. I'm going to come back to the full thing here. As I always say, music makes life better. You know what? If you're climbing up, reach down, pull somebody up with you. And please like and subscribe. I'll still keep writing music. I'm going to do a review on my Friday the 13th guitar that I built from a Leo James kit that I think came out really cool using my laser engraver and doing some stuff in the blood splatter. And that'll be a fun video because I get to play. I love playing guitar. So, as always, have an amazing, amazing, amazing night. Bye.